What's up, guys? This is your boy James, aka 68J, coming to you live. This is a test run on Friday. What is this? Friday the 11th, November 11th. So we're going to be heading into some different scenes here so I can check them, make sure everything is what it is. It's up and running. What's up, guys? This is so your boy James, really excited here. I'm going to be going back and forth with the volumes here, checking the channel so I can see what it says versus what I'm saying. Typically on these live streams, I learned that there's a little bit of a delay. So from when I say something is actually showing about 15 seconds later. So I'm hearing and talking at the same time, so it's a little bit challenging. So yeah, this screen actually looks good. So let's see here. We're going to go into the chat box. Okay, so let's see here. So right now in the chat box, that means if someone goes into the chat, they should be able to post something like, let's see here. Let me do a dummy post here. 68J is, I got to toot my own horn a little bit just so I can send a message. We'll send that, and we'll put a little funny face or something. Let's do this one here. It's kind of cool. Okay, so that should show up in the chat. Yes, it is. Okay, so we see that that's working just good. All right, awesome. So on to the next one, and that's browser and topics. Whoa, here we go. Look at that. Okay, so this is actually showing me watch my live, which in actuality it'll be going to the charts. And if we were looking at the charts right now, guys, we're just going to be, again, this is our Friday practice. We see that right now, it looks like the 24-hour volume is 100 trillion. So we're doing our thing right now. However, with so much FUD and chaos in the market right now, I mean, let's look at, wow, FTX token. I mean, hopefully no one has their coins still on FTX. No one's trading. No one's trying to put money in. Obviously, everyone's trying to take money out. And I don't mean to, chuckle. It's just a very unfortunate situation. But you would think that by now, if you have money on your on FTX's exchange, FTT token, or any other token for that matter, you've gotten it off. there's so much stuff going on right now. I haven't actually pulled up articles. I can actually probably go to my Twitter here. Let me pull that up as a matter of fact. And just so I have that pulled up, let me go to see, log in here. Boom. Okay, it didn't log in. Okay. All right, so we'll be able to pull up some different things on what's going on. I typically keep a lot of stuff up on my page here, but going back into the crypto market, I mean, obviously, like we talked about, FTT or FTX shocking. It says now that's bullish. Okay, looks like Bullzilla just posted something. If we go down here, we can see right now Bitcoin is ranging somewhere between like the 16.6 to 16.9. Obviously, there was some more negative information, and I think anything negative right now that plays out, guys, is going to affect the markets. We'll see those things carry over into the price of Bitcoin and many other assets. Today they were talking about FTX officially has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, so they've frozen the ability for a lot of people to take off their money and things like that in various, not here in just the U.S., but in other countries as well. And there's still a lot of uncertainty about what is going to happen, what the government's going to do, regulation. Is there any type of, fraudulent stuff going on, criminal actions being taken? And, I think this is just going to trickle over to the rest of the market. I mean, you see people right now like CZ posted their holdings that went into Coinbase, posting what they held, and KuCoin, a lot of these other exchanges. So, me personally, I think that a lot of this is happening because people are like, okay, well, let me say it first. It's kind of like, it reminds me of the Eminem movie 8 Mile, when he was going up against a guy in a rap battle, and he sat there when it was his turn in the championship round. He talked about himself so bad that it didn't really give the guy anything else to talk about. And I say that to say that I think everyone's just being forthcoming. Hey, this is what we've got. Here's our portfolio. Here's everything that we've got inside of it. And by doing that, what it does is, okay, hey, we'll tell you everything we got so that you have no reason to contact us to start looking into our, portfolio books, whatever the case may be. So anyways, again, Bitcoin, right now is right around 16.9. Will that hold? I mean, we saw it bouncing around 17 something yesterday. And it got, even when it first had the initial dip off the FTX news, it got back up to 18 and some change, 18 and a half. Before retracing back down to 17.7, and now kind of playing that pumping up and down game. Again, I just think it's a big money grab. A lot of people think, okay, it's the bottom. I'm getting it. We got as low as 15.5, I think it was, which is one of the lowest that we've seen probably in a couple years. People get in, they're like, okay, here we're going to go shoot up. It looks good, and all of a sudden, boom, it comes right back down again. So, I'd be very careful, guys, about trying to short or time the top and bottom. Just have a plan in place. I always tell people it's very important to have a game plan. Dollar cost average really is the best way to go. So if you don't have a Bitcoin and you wanted a Bitcoin, and when it was at 68,000 just seems so out of reach, this might be your opportunity. 14,000, if we get there again, this, not financial advice, that might be your level. 12,000, 10, 8, we don't know, but it's hard to say where this market's going to go. A lot of charting and things like that. I always tell people when it comes to like Fibonacci retracements, when it comes to technical analysis, market analysis, all that stuff, it really goes off of emotions, guys, right? So emotions. I mean, like right now, things happen with FTX. People got their money off, and boom. I think CKJ made a comment. I heard today on his live stream. He says any exchange can go down if people stop believing it and take their assets off. So Ethereum sitting at 1286. We've got BNB just under $300 again. XRP, before all this started happening, was pushing right around that 50 cents. It was down to 38. I think I saw as low as 35, 33, 32 the other day when it was a lot of the negativity was out. Cardano sitting around 35. Dogecoin back up at 8 cents. I believe we got down to 6. Polygon is showing some strength. I mean, for it to be at 106, that's a whole lot, because I remember just a few months ago Polygon being 30 some odd, 40 some odd cents. So it's holding strong. DOT 574. I mean, wouldn't it be great to see a $3 dot again? I tell you what, I'd be going crazy with that. Solana obviously has been affected by the, Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX and Alameda Research and so forth. So that price is down. I mean, how low could that go? Who knows? It's up right now, 1.42%. Shiba, I mean, again, Shiba was on its way. It seemed like the three dog coins were doing very, very well at one point. with Doge rallying, Shiba rallying right behind it, along with Elon. So the three dogs were definitely out at that time. But again, all this negativity has brought that down. We've got Tron at just over 5 cents. We got Uniswap at 6 and so forth. So I'm, Chainlink 11. Chainlink is was 6.99. So Chainlink is holding strong. Cosmos just almost 12 cents. Stellar 9 cents. We all love Stellar. Kronos, a lot of stuff been going on with Kronos with some talk of them stopping withdrawals and some certain things. I've got some investments on that exchange. I always tell people, don't keep your not your keys, not your wallet. Not your keys, not your crypto. And also it's just, I think if we've learned anything about this whole fiasco and probably many other things to come, because I think it's like a domino effect. One thing goes down and everyone else starts saying, oh my God, and I think it's really necessary, guys, because how many spaces, we had Luna spaced out, Celsius spaced out, FTX. I just think at this point, we've rattled the fence a little bit with all this corruption and all this stuff that's going on. So I think there's going to be a lot of eyes on crypto, and I just don't think that's going to help it as a whole, as far as not going down further. And you take all those things in consideration, along with the fact that we still have money printing to deal with. We still have the real estate crisis going on around the world. We still have interest rates. We still have inflation. We still have real estate crisis. We still have all these different variables going on that we still have to face. So those things are soon to come, in my opinion, which will still cause the market to go down further. So going into, let's say here, let's look at let's look at Twitter here. We see blockchain backer just talking about all of this happened as the US dollar is just getting wrecked. Dixie up for a year and a half, then breaks, and FTX breaks everything. I mean, basically what it's saying is when the dollar dips, guys, typically that's when stocks and crypto and things tend to go up. But unfortunately, the bad timing of what happened with FTX kind of invalidated that whole situation. That's what this is pertaining to. We go down, it says justseeingcrypto.com discloses a balance of 53,024 BTC and ETH and so forth. So a lot of people are starting to disclose things. Let's see here. My man, Bullzilla, the merch store, Hodl Model. Make sure you guys go and support the IBF family. I am a part of the IBF family. Crypto for Life is just another division of the IBF family. We're all under that family, Bullzilla and the IBF family. So go and support, get your merch, support the cause. We love you. VV, some incredible things. I'm a big VV guy. Guys, you'll see me posting stuff about VV. Right here, it talks about C3PO is going to be dropping with 5 covers of rarity behind or in the blind box format. So we're really excited about that. I love VV. I love comics. I don't know how many comics I got. I got hundreds of comics, over 3,000 NFTs or so. So it's pretty crazy. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. More stuff about FTX. We got Digital Asset here talking about corruption. Da Vinci J. I love Da Vinci J. Old school cat, different vibe. But if you just dig his story, Da Vinci J is one of those guys that back in the day, he was going around telling people, hey, I love his story. He said he was telling his friends and family back in the day, just buy it. It's only $1. You got to get some Bitcoin. Just buy some. What can you lose at $1? I mean, that shows you how far back this guy goes. So this guy is worth boohoo millions of dollars. I actually watched one of his videos. You can go to his channel and scroll back where he was showing his lifestyle in Dubai. And I mean, you would think it was like LeBron James's house. Something. This guy is just on another level. Congratulations to Da Vinci J, one of the pioneers of crypto. This goes back and shows the .com bubble. I kind of explained this on CKJ's channel where we talked about the comparisons of the .com bubble versus the Bitcoin bubble. And it really is, guys. I know a lot of times people don't want to hear bubble, right? But what is a bubble? It's when you have a lot of different scams, a lot of different things going on, or you have, things are going too fast. And we can talk about a lot of things. I don't want to get too much into it, but whether it's the USDT, whole facade that's going on about, what do they really have versus this, versus the value that they put out there, and all that stuff really helped pump Bitcoin up to 68,000 when a lot of people we feel we shouldn't even gone past 12 to 15,000. You've got all these things that happened with Terra Luna, with Celsius, with FTX, and then ... So who's next? God only knows. And I think when you compare this comes from my brother from another mother here, Craig with Crypto Savvy. He's going to be actually coming on the show. I'm super excited to have him as part of our family, and we've talked through DMs, and he's agreed to come on chart as a not only a guest charter, but for me to be able to post a lot of his stuff. I believe in what he does. I came from the position of charting and trading and things like that when I started in 2017. And I'll go over that a little bit later about my journey. But if you look at this .com bubble scam washout, you can see that this is very similar to where we're at in Bitcoin. I mean, Craig did a phenomenal job of showing just the run up here, how we came down. And even though we've had higher highs, and higher lows, whatever the case may be, in certain points, but you can also see where we've dipped down and we're following this pattern almost to a T, guys. And so, one of the things that he says is right around this area here, unless we invalidate this chart, which would be somewhere around the 24,000 range, we're still in this bear pattern, guys. We're still in this bubble pop here. And so this is where we're at. If this is any indication of what's going on here, expect further downside. Some of Craig's numbers, if it didn't hold 18.5, it would go to like 16. I think it was like 16.4, 16.5. If it didn't hold that, it was going to go down to like 14 and some change. Eventually hitting down to 10, and then right in this area, I believe it was like 76, 78. Don't quote me on that. And he predicts this to be it's going to take some time to play out. It's not going to happen overnight. But he also said that this is going to be a fake. He believes it's a fake bottom. And then we'll rally again somewhere, maybe as far as up to 18 or something like that, 17, 18, 16, and then boom, down to actually creating a legitimate bottom here. And here's the thing, guys. If you're a trader, great. I always say that the safest thing to do is dollar cost average. That way you don't try to time the tops and bottoms. You can get wrecked doing that. But I tell you what, anywhere from this 7,000, if that's 7,000, 76, 78, all the way down to that 33 to 34, $3,500 range would be some great price ranges to dollar cost average. And just imagine if that's going on with Bitcoin, where a lot of your other favorite altcoins are going to be, right? Whether it's your Polkadot, your Chainlink, your XRP, your XLM, your VeChain, whatever the case may be. You guys get where I'm coming from. Shiba, Doge, what have you. So so this is what's going on and what's expected. And don't expect this overnight, guys. Craig with Crypto Savvy. And if you guys don't follow Craig, I would implore you to do that. It's Crypto Savvy 1. You can find him on YouTube. You can find him on Twitter. Amazing guy. A lot of respect for him. I think he's one of the greatest at it. So we keep going down. Happy Veterans Day, by the way, to all the veterans. We appreciate you. I got, my dad was a veteran, my uncle. I got nieces and nephews that are all veterans. So much love to all the vets out there. You guys can always see me posting things about Block Owls. I love Block Owls. Great concept, amazing NFTs, great company. And one of these days I'll probably cover that a little bit more. Again, big on VV. They've got a whole, if you watch this video, they got a whole collaboration and things going on with Disney. Disney's going to be doing with VV and other platforms as well, but it talks about their partnership with VV and so forth. This just goes on again, talking about some more information about Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX. We've dropped down to 16. Actually, it was like 15 and some change. And there's, like this says, there's likely more pain ahead, guys. I mean, before we finally get to a bottom. So, again, support the family. IBF #1. My boy Bullzilla does a podcast. This guy's just got so much personality, guys. I tell you what, when I first got into space, I was always looking for different people to connect with. Different people to, see if they kind of fit what I was, looking for. People who weren't shilling, people who were authentic, people who cared about their community and the members and weren't just trying to shill coins. And what I started seeing, it took me a while to even join Bullzilla because it took me some time to just get in, check them out, see good things, maybe things I like, maybe things I didn't. But for the most part, it was a 90. Probably 99% like. There's a few things, maybe characters or whatever in the group. But what I like about Bullzilla, which CKJ, is that he protects his group. He's all about making sure he doesn't shill anything. He doesn't just talk about coins without doing a deep dive, doing his due diligence. And he really loves and protects his community. And so that was really important for me. And the guy has called out some legendary calls. I mean, legendary. I don't know if there's anybody in all of crypto that has called out more $100 for 100K calls. I'm talking about like Matic. He called Matic back when it was you could get 100K for $100. And look, I mean, if you had 100K Matic today, where would you be at? I mean, it's incredible calls. The guy for $100. So many calls. His better half, HODL model, called out the Telcoin call where it barely came out. When it barely came out. So that was a huge call. And just so many others. I can go on and on. But EGLD, VeChain, XLM, the guy's just amazing. And he was one of the very first pioneers when nobody else was talking about it for XRP. Even people who are, today you might see them say, I'm the leader of the XRP army, da 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 da. This guy was in it before these guys even got into the space. So kudos to my man CKJ. Check out his podcast, #1 podcast, up and coming. Super excited about this brother. And again, you can see some tweets here about people's pain that they suffered, losses. This is one guy, Ash WSB, talking about, I lost 20% of my portfolio in Crash. I lost 40% of my portfolio on Luna, 10% of my portfolio on Celsius, my gosh, 10% in Voyager. I kept 20% of my portfolio in FTX in hopes of making it all back from what he lost. At the very end, I'm done with this crap. Man, I mean, it's just so sad. People got wrecked. And, we go down further. I won't even jump ahead of myself, but there's, I don't know how far the articles are about, like, was it Tom Brady and his wife and many other major Fortune 500 companies that invested in FTX. What's going to happen with their money? Who knows? But my personal belief is that you can't do so much damage and cause so much pain and not expect the powers that be to come in, because if that's the case, everyone can get screwed and it's just, let's just wash it under the bus. I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's going to be a lot more downside. This article is a little bit hilarious. It talks about she's a CTO at FTX Alameda Research, and just this interview I watched, it was just goofy. And I don't know if this is true or not, but I definitely wouldn't want someone, running my company with, that type of maybe personality mindset, I guess is what they're trying to say. Billions upon billions vaporized in a span of a few days. This is, again, it's unfortunate. And it's sad because, I saw the other day one person tweeted, all the smartest and nerdiest people in the beginning of crypto are turning out to be crooked and criminals. Not all of them, but, when you start looking at some of these characters, people that you look at, I trust that guy. He looks like he wouldn't do this and that. Come to find out, that's exactly. I think BitBoy said it best. He goes, people who they were calling villains and bad for Bitcoin, like himself and other people who always talk bad about him, or let's say crypto savvy, they're actually studs and they're actually amazing. And they've actually, BitBoy, here's what I'll tell you, this guy saved a lot of people a lot of money. He went on a rant like a week or so ago, just, FTX is the devil and all this kind of stuff. He went kind of hard, but at the time, if you really didn't understand, and I guess you didn't do your due diligence, and I remember one guy in the IBF family was telling me and CKJ, you got to really understand where he's coming from. And I didn't understand the whole story. I thought it was, over the top, the way he was screaming, and the guy's face was red. But come to find out, everything he was talking about actually happened, and the guy saved a lot of people. A lot of people who followed him hardcore took his advice, separated themselves. And I've seen people on Twitter just saying, you saved me 300,000, you saved me this, and you saved me that. So that's amazing, guys. So kudos to BitBoy and the BitBoy squad for that one. This is more about VV coming out with the Black Panther. I actually went to go see the movie yesterday with my wife. It was a great movie. You can see where they pay some kudos to the previous actor that passed away, Chad. I can't think of his last name, but it was kind of cool. Watch it. I won't spoil it for anybody, but it was a great little movie. So. You can see they're coming out with some NFTs based off that. Pretty cool. This is a new character. She was kind of cool. Obviously the stud and a couple other people that came back into the scene, so that was awesome. Let's see here. Carl talks about the B in bear market stands for build. Basically what Carl was saying, I'm a big fan of Carl's. Again, he's really good friends like that with DaVinci J, which I talked about earlier. Carl also resides in Dubai, and Carl, man, that guy's got, I think he invested in over 300 new crypto startups that put him at, I remember him saying somewhere around $100 million or something. Carl is doing it big. I mean, he's sponsoring race cars and got his name all over race cars. And I think one of his shows, he showed he bought a Ducati, and just his place is just, I mean, just, and 3 years ago, the guy goes, man, I was broke. I didn't have a whole lot of nothing. So kudos to Carl, kudos to Da Vinci J, and many other pioneers in the market. More stuff about Sam Bankman-Fried, bankruptcy, what's going on with that. My sister, the HODL model, this is CKJ's better half, the HODL model talking about Telcoin. She was the one who called us out. I remember, being a part of the group and actually being in the live stream when she actually announced Telcoin. No one knew about it. Bozilla brought, she brought it to Bozilla, who brought it to us, and we were just like, what is this Telcoin thing? And so wound up being a huge, matter of fact, Telcoin was on a big run up before all the stuff with FTX happened. So, but definitely looking for some bright things in the future with Telcoin. Lark Davis is another guy who I like a lot. In this industry, you tend to find different people, different characters, different channels, YouTube or otherwise, what have you. And Lark Davis, along with, Da Vinci J, along with Carl the Moon. I mean, I see some people that might, shill a couple coins here and there out of the ones that I've mentioned, but typically they'll tell you what the partnership is. I think one of my favorite people is Lark Davis. Another one of my favorite people that doesn't post a whole lot on Twitter that I've seen, but is really amazing on YouTube, and I think he took a little bit of a break, but he's still there, is Chico Crypto. So I like Chico Crypto. Amazing guy, super cool guy. But one of the things about him, he talks about all his partnerships. He keeps it 100. He doesn't shill, and he really does some deep dives. I'm surprised someone like him didn't find out what was going on. Of course, I don't think anybody knew what was going on with FTX, but Chico Crypto is definitely someone. He's probably at the top of my top 5. Lark Davis, top 5. Bozilla, top 5, right? So of my all-time, Craig, Crypto Savvy, top 5. As far as personalities in the crypto space, they all keep 100. Great people, love them to death, and it makes me proud to be in crypto. Each one of those guys. So this right here talks about FTX suspends withdrawals. This is about 5 hours ago. Some more stuff for Craig. He just kind of going back on some other stuff that people said, like if he goes to 38, I'm out type thing. So, and I love Craig because Craig always keeps it real. Craig has taken a lot. This guy has taken a lot of crap, man. A lot of crap from people. Let me go into why I like Craig so much, right? I got so much admiration for Craig before Bitcoin ran up to 68 something. He talked about it, right? And as it got up there, he talked about where we could go. He'd been talking about the .com bubble pop for well over a year, right? And he was talking about like where we could go, even though we were up there. And people were like, oh, you're crazy. We're 68. There's no way we'd even get to probably wouldn't even get to 30. Damn sure we're never going to get back to 20. That's never going to happen, and all this stuff. And he was just taking so much ridicule and so much crap. And sure enough, when we started going down, he kept us cool. People still said, "Oh, you're crazy." He's coming out with his charts consistently. Here we are. We tapped 15.5. People said we couldn't get to 30. Sure as hell wouldn't get to 20. We topped 15.5. Look at his calls. His charts are up there where he talks about, if we don't hold that 16 something range, we could go down, to 14, down to 8, and so forth. So I'll follow him. His stuff is spot on. The guy's been right on point. And you may not like it. And again, the only way that we're invalid, that becomes invalid, is if we pop up over 24. I think it's like 24.5, 24, something like that. Follow Craig, Crypto Savvy One, for more information on that. Recovery of Bitcoin and crypto from FTX scandal might take years. Whoa. Years. Do you guys hear that? So it's kind of funny when I read this, because if you listen to Craig's channel, he talks about things playing out over years. Even that .com bubble, before it actually kind of spun back up to newer highs, which it really hasn't even hit there. But before it even got up to major highs, going back to even close to where it was at before, it took 10 years. So, Bitcoin is not an overnight get rich quick scheme. A lot of people have. Just because, either they're good at charting, they're traders, or they got in early and hodling and made a lot of money. But in the same aspect, guys, you also have to learn how to take profit. And this is something I've been teaching. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do have friends and family that mentor and share information with. And I always tell people, you got to have a game plan, right? You got to have some type of game plan. I believe in the 70-20-10 structure, or 70-20-10 strategy that I actually created myself. And that's just, how to invest. Like if I had 10,000, 70% goes into the 70 percenters, 20% goes into the 20 percenters. Your 70 percenters being like your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your XRP, what have you. 20 percenters being like it could be your DSLAs, your Harmonies, your Zilicas, whatever in that pocket. And then your 10 percenters being like what Doge and Shiba used to be, which they've moved up to either somewhere between 20 and 70, I would say, probably in the 20s, but used to be 10s. And so with 10s, you're only putting 10% of your investment in those 10%. But what if you only got them 10% right? And so I was very fortunate with some 10 percenters to be blessed with the outcome of what happened with those. So 70-20-10, also the 25-25-50. All that is just basically taking profit up 25%. If you get into something low and it starts going up, learn how to take 25%. 25%, let 50 ride. If it comes back down, you can reinvest your 50 that you took out with the 25 and 25. Not financial advice, just what I do and what I'm sharing with people. And so, with that also being able to control your emotions, guys, I think that's a big part of crypto. And that's controlling your emotions. So many people get wrecked based off of emotions, not having a plan. And when something happens, oh my God, let me get in at 16, and then it drops down to 10, and you're like, what did I do? Or it goes to one level, and then you sell. Think it's going to go up, or it starts going up, you sell, then it goes down. I mean, you just got to be careful, control those emotions. One of the biggest things that wrecks people in stocks, crypto trading, or what have you, or just investing as a whole, I think, are emotions. No FUD. I know fear, uncertainty, and doubt. The best way to get rid of FUD is to do your own due diligence, right? DYOR. I always tell people, do your own research. Don't just take what I say, what some other YouTuber says, or whatever the case may be. Do your own research. Right now when the market's being all cuckoo and crazy, I would be putting certain assets. In my opinion, what I'm doing is putting assets off to the side. Maybe find a stable coin of your choice. Definitely stay away from anything that could be shut down or might be being investigated, like a USDT or whatever. But find something that works best for you. I'm not giving any type of financial advice on that. And just hold and wait. And during the time that you're waiting with all this uncertainty and craziness in the market, maybe go and start researching. The coin that, if you like Ripple, why do you like Ripple? If you like ADA, why do you like ADA? Do you like ADA because I like ADA? Do you like ADA because CKJ? Do you get into Telcoin because Hodl Model said it? Did you get into whatever this, maybe there's so many people are saying, oh, Tookie or Tuxie or whatever all these coins and stuff is. But if you're going to get into something, make sure you understand why. Why are you looking at getting into Shiba? Why do you want to get into Zilliqa or DSLA, whatever the case may be? So do your due diligence, do your own research. I think that's very important. And the other thing I would say is a dollar cost average. Never go all in just because, oh my God, Bitcoin went to 16, was at 60, all in. Don't do that, right? Never invest more than you can afford to lose. I had a friend of mine the other day tell me about he was going to, matter of fact, I think this is my brother from another mother, CKJ. What's up, brother?
What's going on? What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
Good, my man. I'm actually on a live, a practice live. I got you on speakerphone right now. So say what's up to the Crypto for Life family in this practice round that I'm doing right now.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Buenos días, ¿qué pasas?
Hey, man, I was just talking about what type of legend you are, what attracted me to you. And so are you looking at going on tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you want me on, I'm going to go ahead and take this off. I was just kind of doing something. About how long from now are we looking at going on?
40 minutes.
40 minutes. Okay, I'll be ready. I'm going to call you. I'm going to end this here in about 5 minutes and call you so we can come up with a game plan. Is that all right?
All right, I'm going to send you the link in. Plus, I'll send you the link too. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, my brother. I'm going to finish up with this practice test round, and I'm going to call you back in 5 minutes.
All right, sound good to
me. The man, the myth, the legend, CKJ, Bullzilla, #1 podcast. Love you, brother.
Much love.
All right, peace. So that's my brother CKJ. Again, part of the IBF family. I'm probably going to have him looking at this to just kind of give some critique or what have you. So again, I think the last thing we left off on dollar cost average, never put all your money in, never invest more than you can afford to lose. One of the other things too, guys, I always talk about, I have some friends talk about, I'm going to go out and get a loan. I'm going to go out and I might sell my house. And look, guys, I don't recommend that. I don't recommend that. If you don't have it in your position, look, this is not financial advice. I can't tell you what to do. Your belief is your belief, but just be very careful that you don't put yourself and your family in a financial bind with doing those type of things. So that's just my 2 Satoshis on some of the things that we just talked about. 2 Satoshis, 2 cents. You got it. Okay. So again, Might take years here. We're going to go down. Everyone know here. Make a change your mind. Okay, all forgiven. So all Ben is saying here is just so everyone knows, if you've ever said bad stuff about me on Twitter, etc., and want to make it right, change your mind about me. ... All is forgiven. The important thing is that we all move forward together and continue to remove the real bad actors like SBF. And that's I think I just gained a lot more. I've always had a lot of respect. Me and Bozilla, CKJ, I've always had a lot of respect for Ben. And he goes in his tangent. But, one of the things that I'll have to say is everyone has their own personality. I didn't understand it when he was going hard and he was screaming at SBF and things like that. But obviously he knew something we didn't know. It played out. Kudos to this guy. He saved people a lot of money. What he said was going to happen with FTX, with them being tied in real tight with Solana. And so, hey, man, newfound respect for BitBoy. Always have respect. I think even more respect for this brother after all that. And so kudos to you, my man. I agree. Together, everyone achieves more. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Some information about, looks like Shiba is being listed on Webull. I guess that's what's going on there. This guy says positive withdrawals after bankruptcy collapse. Okay, so lender BlockFi. Okay, so I think, if I'm not mistaken, BlockFi had some type of connection with FTX. I don't know if they were bought by FTX. I think I was listening to something earlier that Sam Bankman-Fried might have bought BlockFi or had some type of association with BlockFi. So who knows what's going on with that, but definitely can't be good when you're holding people's ability to withdraw. It's just not good. Let's see. I was just talking about this. According to this Bloomberg strategist, the FTX house of cards is likely to cause a domino effect across the markets. What does that mean? Probably a lot of other people are going to be... Oh my goodness, this is bad. This is just bad. My man Craig talking about, let's see here. He's asking, can you invalidate? Not validate, invalidate. So this looks like the second part of his .com bubble chart. If you remember over here was the .com bubble. So this is right here, probably at that mark here. I don't know if this is the Bitcoin chart. It looks like it, but probably where he's going down here. It looks like it to me where he's saying if it doesn't hold the 16 some odd range, we're going to be going down. You see these little pumps here, and then eventually going down to that 7,000, 76, 78 range that he's talking about. A pump fake, come down, consolidate a little bit, maybe some type of capitulation, and then come on down, but around at 33 to 34 before heading up to the upside. And again, he's saying this can take some time. This is not going to happen overnight, guys. But I'm definitely paying attention to that. Warren's cascading crypto crisis similar to the 2000. So this is CZ talking about what's happening right now is very similar to what happened in 2008, and everybody remember that financial crash with real estate and a lot of stuff. So, and I agree, guys. The reason that I agree with this so much is that I don't think we've paid the price for a lot of the things that has happened. Money printing, printing all that money with, nothing, with it not being supported by anything as far as purchases and things like that. It just messes up the market. There's a lot of countries right now with their money, right? Their monetary way of doing business is worthless. I mean, there's some countries like South America, what is it called? I'm drawing a blank right now, but I know that their paper is like toilet paper. Like it's nothing that's worth anything. And what makes your money valuable really is the belief that people have in it. And with our money being disconnected from gold back in the 70s by Nixon, I mean, just when people start losing faith, people start losing faith. So right now, the dollar's doing whatever. This is Craig saying bear market. Gotcha. That scares me. This bear reminds me of the bear in what was that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? Where he was getting torn up by that bear. That bear scared the hell out of me. I was I had to turn the lights on. I had to pause and turn the lights on. That bear tore his butt up so bad. But this bear reminds me. So we're definitely in a bear market. Again, 24,000 until that breaks past 24.25 and then validates the downward action in that charting that my boy Crypto Savvy posted. We're still in one. This has been one of the craziest weeks in crypto. I agree. Mercedes suspends FTX sponsor deal. What? Of course. I wouldn't want a commercial or anything with them right now either. Again, I feel sorry for the guy. I don't know all the ins and outs. If he's a victim, has he done things maliciously and just looks like a victim? I don't know. But at the end of the day, guys, I feel sorry for anyone that's going through this. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. But obviously Mercedes-Benz. I even saw something where I think it was the Miami Heat their arena was being, or was going to be called the FTX Center, and I think it was somebody, maybe is one of the guys, XRP guy, says maybe they should call the XRP Arena. Maybe BG needs to throw some money at that and make it happen. Let's see here. Block owls. I like block owls. Cryptocurrency across the board dropped sharply on news that troubled crypto exchange FTX. Talking about that more. 7%, 24 hours low. Okay. Kevin O'Leary says something really brilliant, and then he says something really crazy in this one here. A couple months ago, I saw the video where he had said two major things are going to happen. It's going to be an exchange. It's going to be a coin. People wouldn't expect it. It's going to tank the market. We need it. It's necessary. And I think a lot of you guys have seen that on Twitter. But in this one, he says something really off the board about. I'll let you guys hear this. Oh, God, this is crazy.
If there's ever a place I could be that I'm not going to get in trouble, it's going to be at FTX.
What?
If there's ever a place I could be that I'm not going to get in trouble, it's going to be at FTX.
Whoa! I think you might have just invalidated. Oh, Lordy. What happened with that one? I have no idea. That's definitely, I got to do it. What Jim Rohn, when he did that one replay with Carl Lewis and he had to keep playing it back, can it be just as crazy to hear this a third time?
If there's ever a place I could be that I'm not going to get in trouble, it's going to be at FTX.
Whoa, buddy, I think you're wrong about that one. Woo! That one's off. Okay. It looks, feels, and smells like a hammer is coming. Then, if it looks, feels, and smells like a hammer is coming, it's coming. It's coming. FTX, Alameda Research liabilities range from 10 billion to 50 billion. Good Lord. My thing with this is, and I mentioned this on CKJ show, is how are you on Forbes 2 months ago and 2 months later? Oh my God. How do you go from that? I have no idea. Crazy. 14,000 sooner than you think. I agree with this one. Yeah. I agree with that one. Okay, so let's see here. Well, guys, I got to cut this short. I was going to go over some more stuff. Got to cut it short because I'm going to be going on co-hosting with my brother from another mother, the legend, the myth, the king of the $100 for 100K calls, Mr. What is it? The hidden Jim Hunter. My brother, and it excites me to see. Here's a funny thing, and I gotta go because I gotta go host a show with him. But CKJ actually prompted me to do this. Spending, and there's going to be a show where I explain my background and who I am. I know in my intro it shows a lot of stuff, and I've been in business for 25 years. I was a public speaker for 25 years, was in the networking industry. I owned traditional businesses, car lot, cell phone stores, clothing stores. Me and my wife owned a semi-pro basketball team in the ABA. We've done so many things. And so I didn't want to get back on stage again, but CKJ said, James, man, you got a gift. You need to get out. You need to get on YouTube. I'll support you. And that just meant the world to me, coming from someone that I respect a lot. I'm older than CK, so I say from a big brother's perspective, it just meant a lot to have that. And I always, love creating new friends and family, and CKJ is definitely that. So I'm going to be going on, listening to what's going on with him and supporting his show and so forth, and love co-hosting with the guy, love working with him. Greatest family in all of crypto, in my opinion, is the IBF family. So you guys make sure you tune in, Bullzilla123, IBF. You'll see it on my Twitter. With that being said, guys, let's see here. I'm going to just go in and exit with some of the other, let's see, what do we have here? Intermission. Okay, so I asked some people to help me put this together. I'm not going to get too much into it, guys. We're going to take this out the way we came in. Appreciate you guys. Look forward to you guys on the next stream. Again, this is a test stream. It'll be up just to kind of show you guys how I started. I've got some celebrities coming on. Really excited about that. I'll be working with Crypto Savvy, be working with Bullzilla, be working with many people in the IBF family as well. I'm looking forward to having many of my celebrity friends, as I used to play in celebrity games. I had a professional basketball career and all that, but met a lot of celebrities playing in games and stuff. So we're going to have them on talking about crypto, talking about what's going on in their world. My show, I know I didn't go over a lot of stuff that's up here. That's some of the stuff that we just set up as we were trying to get everything together. But my show would be crypto, obviously all aspects, Bitcoin, news, but also, what's going on in the world, life, fun, family, IBF, CKJ, everything we're doing. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for your support. So we're going to go out on the same note. This is your boy 68J. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace. And we'll also be doing some recognition as well. You guys can see that right there. Some of the tags. Charting, Sheeb. They put Sheeb in there. Doing your own research, dollar cost average, no FOMO. Shout outs. Your boy 68J. Here we go. Appreciate you guys. Get ready for the next show. Oh, didn't realize I cut my speaker off. We'll be doing a lot of shout outs too, guys, during the stream, so appreciate you guys. Let me see, did I hit that already? Let's see. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon.